faster to the finish line, no looking back. Drag with revelation, high on adrenaline's crack. Heartbeats pounding louder than 1,000-engine scream. One-on-one exclusive like a twisted fever dream. Each answerless, don't looking back. Drag with revelation, on adrenaline's crack. Heartbeats pounding louder than 1,000-engine scream. One-on-one exclusive like a twisted fever dream. Fever dream. Tire screaming night, quick walls, exclusive interview that's cutting through the fight. Mike and hand the hot rod engine roaring through the dust. Every question like a gunshot racing through the rust. Speeding down that lonely highway, tire scream the night. Quick ones, exclusive interview that's cutting through the fight. Mike and hand like a hot rod engine roaring through the dusk. Every question like a gunshot racing through the rust. Face to face with truth uncovered, raw and burning wild. Eyes locked tight like mirrors, grinning devil's crooked smile. Thunder in the distance, pistons pump the fierce delight. Words collide like metal clashes, sparks ignite the night, the night. Faster, faster to the finish line, no looking back. Drag for revelation, high on adrenaline's crack. Heartbeats pounding louder than 1,000-engine scream. One-on-one exclusive like a twisted fever dream. Each answer rests the motor, dangerous and hot. Truth explodes like shrapnel in this verbal fire slot. Journalist and rocket duel like warriors in the crime. Captured in the crossfire, trapped in the wheels of time. Every sentence blazes trails through dark and gnarly turns. Burning rubber, soul to soul, heated secrets burns. Headlights blinding future past a blur of neon light. In the drag race interview, the truth comes into sight. Faster, faster to the finish line, no looking back. Drag with revelation, high on adrenaline's crack. Heartbeats pounding louder than 1,000-engine scream. One-on-one exclusive like a twisted fever dream. Faster to the finish line, no looking back. Drag with revelation, high on adrenaline's crack. Heartbeats pounding louder than 1,000-engine scream. One-on-one exclusive like a twisted fever dream. Each answerless, don't looking back. Drag with revelation, on adrenaline's crack. Heartbeats pounding louder than 1,000-engine scream. One-on-one exclusive like a twisted fever dream. Fever dream.
You made me so light, rushing like wind. Remember my life, I wasn't happy. You made all the stars alive. I hid all the pain, told many lies. 2 seconds I was the one you loved. Why does the sun keep on shining? Doesn't it know that I'm dying? Too shy, too drunk, too blind. I say everything that's on my mind. Too fast, too weak, too everything. to survive. It's in your voice when you call. No, you're about to cut me off. And once you do, just know it's for good. 2 seconds I was the one.
You seem to know something I don't. What's going on? Can you tell me what it is, please? I'm not that slow like you think. Strange vibrations in the room and I can feel it. I'm a hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, don't try to get in my way. Oh, you rolling punches, I'm catching scars. I'll brush you up just like the dust upon my shoulder. I have a hunch of who you are. Believe it or not, I got the strength to blow you over. I'm a hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my
Your perky, pouting lips, oh, put your love on me. Oh, I beg and bribe to get to you, but how much can I pay? Oh, jump on the direct express, let's make it right. Don't be a spoiled brat, baby, get out tonight. Jump on the direct express, let's make it right.
Nah, you don't realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will be free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you're the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck. 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 It's time to start doing the right thing. So trust your instinct, stop listening to others, and own your decisions. People will always tell you what to do, be how to live. So let's create things for what matters most to you. You'll be glad you did. Now start claiming your time and your mental well-being by saying no more. No more. Say it loudly and proudly. In other words, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
If like I wasn't a feminist, I don't know what I would be, if that makes sense. Like I don't really have like that's just all I know, I guess. And I guess I haven't really educated
That actually
myself.
makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Feminism is basically the air that we breathe, and it's the water we swim in, whether people know it or not. It's ingratiated in society. So you may not have any other position other than that. So if you say, I really don't know anything besides feminism, I believe you.
Thank you.
It's mainstream. Do you guys believe in the
But
patriarchy?
it's still a bad position. It's still like what you
Fine.
just saying.
And what is that? So what is the patriarchy?
It's patriarchies and like men rule, right? Mostly, right?
Men rule, women drool. Wait, what? Okay, that's
No, that was my fault.
Say it. Can you say the patriarchy is awesome?
it's not bad. It's not bad.
The patriarchy is awesome.
That one, that's for you, Grid One Motorsport.
Target acquired.
Eagle 1, first strike. You have permission to engage the target.
Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Sorry, guys. I forgot I had that up there. Torsha's not here yet. We'll begin as soon as she gets here. Yeah, that's basically about it. You guys will forgive me. I'm still I'm not sick, but I'm still coughing here and there just for whatever reason. I hope Torshaa will get here. That would be great if she does. If not, I'll just continue on as always. I will make a wonderful episode for everyone as always. So, how is everyone out in the chat today? I don't normally. Hey, Joe Mobley. Dude, I've got to get you one of these hats. I will go down and get one of these hats signed for you as soon as I can. I've been meaning to get down that way anyway. I'll make that happen for you. So, yeah. Yeah, I'll make that happen for you, Joe Mobley. Good to see you in the chat. Good to see everybody. We got Joshua Daly in here. Not really sure who that is, but welcome to the show. Khaled, welcome back, man. I hadn't seen you, I think, all week. I don't think you've been around all week. Ghost 1978. The Haitians are closing in. No, they won't. They won't get that close to me. Trust me. Sorry about that. King Blackout. Good to see you. I'm not super familiar with you, but that's cool. I'll send you one. This one is signed. I don't know if you guys can see that right over here. It's signed. And I'll make sure you get a signed one as well. Welcome, Joseph. I am an old man. Thank you. Damien, our resident parkour guy. Welcome, sir. Welcome back. Bay Street Racer in mod duty. I see you out there, brother. Grumple Stillskin. Oh, hello. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. We got some legends in it. Roland Thorne, welcome, sir. I see that you're at the DMV, sir. I am very sorry about that. I actually have to go do the same thing next week, so I feel your pain. I feel your pain, sir. Who else we got? Got anybody? Chino Prime, I see you out there. Excellent, excellent. John Deadman, welcome, John Deadman. Welcome. Yeah, we've got some good guys out there. OPC Don is in the chat somewhere. Pagan Truth, I'm not. You're back from a few weeks ago. Good deal. Good deal. We will wait. We'll wait for Torshaa to arrive. As why not? Why wouldn't we? How have you guys been doing? Everybody been doing well? I other than being stuck at the DMV Roland Thorne. I don't know if I listened to them, but any thoughts on Lincoln Park getting back together? So did I see something about Lincoln Park having an issue from the son of the original bandmate? Or, am I wrong about that? There was some issue. He was objecting to it. I do listen to Lincoln Park. See, I'm one of those people that believe that sometimes bands, once they go away, they should not come back. Okay. King Blackout. Cool, man. Cool. Excellent. Yeah, Chester Bennington's son. Yeah, that's exactly what I heard as well. I'm not really sure how that's going to work. And already Grumple Stillskin has had a lot of red crayons this morning. He obviously is ready to go. And she's a Scientologist. Oh yeah, no, look, once I'm just making a new band. Make it a new band. I don't understand how hard this is. Why is this a hard thing for people to do? Just make it a new band. It's not hard. It is ironic because of that. But look, sometimes, it's like you couldn't like Blind Melon, right? Like you couldn't put a new singer into Blind Melon and have that work. You know what I'm saying? Like you could get everybody else back together and put a new lead singer in, and it would not be Blind Melon. You could call it Crazy Melon, you could call it Pumpkin Melon, you could call it whatever, but it wouldn't be Blind Melon. And this is the same thing here with this deal with Lincoln Park. I mean, you could call it, Back to the Park. You could call it Over the Park. You could call it Under the Park. You call it whatever you want, but it wouldn't be Lincoln Park. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Nirvana and the Foo Fighters, and Dave Grohl, man. Dave Grohl's a genius, right? Like he at least, and he's very smart. At least he was smart enough to understand that he should not do that. I think if you change the name, might have been well. So that would be up to the bandmates, right? That would be something you go in beforehand, right? Depends on who owns the music. And that may be another problem that Binghamton's son has a problem with, right? If he owns the rights to that music and they want to try and use those rights, then that could be a problem. That could be a real problem for everybody, right? And so I don't know. I don't really know what I don't know what this was all about. As OPC Don, so the thing is Torsha's one it picked this time. I didn't pick this time. I would have picked 8 o'clock tonight on my normal show. But yeah, they need to change the name of the band, not bang. That's funny, Sport Brand. Thanks for saying that. I see that. Thanks for letting me know that, Glenn. I see you in the back there. I just don't want to. I'm not going to bring anybody. What's up, Speakeasy? What's up, buddy? What's up, man? So, yeah, I didn't pick this time, guys. She said 2 o'clock. I was cool at 2 o'clock. I'm told, it's all good to me, man. Hey, Michelle, how are you? I saw you guys were using my video last night. I would have appreciated a better credit. I'm just kidding. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me too hard. But yeah. How's everybody doing? Michelle, how are you? Actually, if she's not going to hurry up and get here, I'm going to run in the house and get one of my throat lozenges just to make my throat my voice a little better. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to leave you guys. I'm going to drop. What's my position on what was that, Grumpelstiltskin? Or Smoking Spaceman? Let me see this. What's my take on Trump's new position on ending taxes on overtime hours? I like it. I like it. I do like that. I like that a lot. Welcome, Lawrence Rotano. See what offer? What did I miss? About the offer Andrew Wilson made to debate. I'm not. Was that a real offer? We need what, Michelle? The break on the overtime hours? I agree with that, actually. Oh, she's on her own channel. Okay, Torsha's live. Just click the link. Somebody tell it. This is bad TV, folks. This is bad TV. That's all right. She'll make it eventually. She'll be here. Dude, the Streamlabs Talk Studio is lit. It's great. Yeah, that's fine. Back chat. Sorry, guys. Fortunately, I got my throat lozenge. We're good. Joe Mobley, I like the Streamlabs version of StreamYard. I'm using StreamYard today because I didn't want to freak Torshaa out any more than necessary. But the Streamlabs is way easier. The Talk Studio is way easier. I do think that it requires more data speed. And because Streamlabs works pretty effortlessly on my Wi-Fi connection alone, but occasionally I get slowdowns on Streamlabs. So I'm actually running cable, hopefully today. I'm waiting on a phone call now. Maybe I missed it. Yeah, nothing there. So Knives and sperm donors. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Joe Mobley, I'll be glad, man. You should come by on Saturday night on my chill stream and just hang out and shoot the shit. So Damien, for just so you know, just so everybody knows, Streamlabs now has a feature that is exactly like StreamYard, but better. It's got a lot of built-in utility. It does a lot of really cool things. But I do think the data it takes more data to run. What's up, Beaten Cheeks? I see you out there, Kuman. All right, Torshaa has made it. There is the great Torshaa.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I'm trying to set it up so it's streaming on my channel too, but I think I did it wrong because
No, you're there. You're there. I see you right now. I think.
I know, but now I'm gonna have like double. Hold on. I'm
Okay.
horrible at this. You're good. How are you? How is everything?
We've never talked. This is good.
We have in chat. Don't be rude.
Have we?
Yeah, don't fuck with me like that. I don't like that.
No, I don't. No, I'm serious. I don't remember talking to you in chat at all.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Rude. Yeah, we did a couple months ago, and I've watched your content. You don't come up in search though very easily, so I made you.
Oh, yeah. because you're looking for grid 1.
Yes, but then I also looked up the Unreasonable podcast, and somebody else comes up instead. It's like a similar name. So I made you a bunch of tags that you can put in your stuff so you actually pop up.
Cool.
Yeah.
That'll be helpful because I'm all about beating down the other guy.
You should already be way bigger. I feel like you should have 100,000 subscribers. That's why I'm like,
that is very kind of you to say. That is amazingly kind of you to say.
Yeah, no problem. I'm awkward. Sorry. Hold on. What are you saying, Glenn? I can't do 100 things at once. I'm psycho. Okay, so your audio is coming in.
Oh, I've got you. Your audio is perfect to me. I hear you fine. Let me ask the chat. No, everybody, guys. Torsha's audio is good, right?
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end the stream on my end, and then it'll be combined.
Yeah, just hit the restream button. It'll do it for you.
Yeah, I have like 2 going. Okay, got it. Okay, we're good. Hello.
Oh, you're talking about her? Yeah. I'm sorry if I don't know.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
All right. So I really talked to you. What did I talk to you
about? Specifically, I don't know, but I have it in chats if my chats are still up, like which they are from other videos. I forget what the topic was, but you had given feedback. I just don't remember exactly what.
Oh, I mean, I got to be honest with you. I have a really good memory, but I have to have like some kind of hook.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. So if somebody just says, "Oh yeah, I talked to you way back when," a lot of times they can say, "Well, and it was about X," and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I got that."
Yeah. Normally I would like bring that to you, but I genuinely don't recall. But and I didn't know you had a podcast too. So when I think of subscribers and what they say and stuff, it's different than when I separate it from creators. So I genuinely sorry. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But I guess let's pretend like we never have.
Great.
You're a pilot.
Well, yes, I'm working on. I'm still actually working on being a pilot. I've flown a lot. I own airplanes, but I'm still not technically certified. I haven't done my test.
Oh no.
That was just a part of that is just because I got last year I was building a sunroom for my on the house for the wife because my wife is awesome and she deserves that. And
Love that.
the and so I actually was like, yeah, I'm just not going to do it. I mean, I flew a little bit last summer, but not a lot, or over this summer, but not a lot.
Yeah.
And then I've been working on my airplanes a lot, but building this podcast has just consumed a massive amount of time.
I know.
Always tweaking it. It's really,
How many hours do you need for the flight or for the airplane stuff?
well, I have the required number of hours. I have to do, I'm missing like small things. Like I need to do like, I think it's 5 night takeoff and landings. And I need to do a 150-mile cross country trip with at least one stop.
That's scary.
No,
with at least one stop. I thought it was like nonstop to make sure you get over the ocean or something.
150 miles in an airplane is literally like 20, 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
We have them going over here because I live near the rock.
It might be an hour.
What's that?
It might be an hour.
Oh, okay.
But it's not that long. And once you're up there, you're just kind of cruising along.
I don't know. They do flips over here and stuff. I'm like, why is this plane flying upside down and so close?
I don't know. This year was just not the year to finish it, right? Like I intended to. I was like, I told my wife, I'm like, I'm gonna finish get my pilot certificate and just lock that down, and then I can concentrate on everything else. And then everything else it kind of
took off.
Yeah, it just mushroomed up, and I was like, and my son has a lot going on. My son's 14 now.
Oh my God.
So he had a lot going on. I had a lot going on. My wife has a lot going on. I mean, my wife's in LA today. So
why?
It's just something with her job.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah.
You should finish it.
I should finish.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that it's a luxury thing to do.
You could stream while you're up there, or could you get like a plane DUI?
Once you go 1,000 feet, you need special equipment.
Really? Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, duh. Can't you keep it plugged in though? Oh wait, no, you can't on airplanes. Can you?
No. Yeah, you can. There's ways you can do Wi-Fi, but
really,
it's pretty terrible to really do that. It's just not.
I feel like, yeah. I don't know. There's something though, because I knew somebody that needed to stream from really high up, but I don't remember where exactly. Maybe it was an airplane.
Yeah, once you get over 1,000 feet in elevation, it gets really spotty. And once you get up to like 2,000 or 3,000 feet, just forget it. There's no.
Wait, do you own airplanes?
Yes.
Okay, so if I need a flight to Vegas, you got me?
Not yet. And I'm in Tennessee, so.
It's fine if it's illegal. I'm just trying to get there. You know what I mean? I trust you. It's fine.
No, but it's interesting because there's a lot of times where you'll have pilots that need to build hours or they need to fly X amount. And by law, a non-commercial pilot, the private pilot like myself, we can't accept payment, but you can pay for half of the. You can pay for half of the fuel. And usually a ticket on Southwest is cheaper. So
I don't think so. I don't know. I've been getting stuck on what's it called when they make. I just started flying like in my 20s, but when they have you on standby, they'll kick you off the flight. You don't do anything wrong. They just like overbooked it. They kick you off, and then I will be there the entire day waiting. Like every time there's a flight, I go there, no seats, because I'm not assertive and I don't say anything. So I just get tossed around. And so I'm over it, but it's whatever.
Shane Nolan sends in €20. Congrats. Sorry, I can't talk. And normally on Streamlabs, I would be on Streamlabs and it would do the TTS. But we're on StreamYard today, so it's not going to do it.
What's TTS?
Text to speech.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. No,
I didn't
you're
want to
good.
confuse you by having you log in on Streamlabs. Everybody gets freaked out by
Do you
Streamlabs
think
first.
I'm a dumb bitch or something? Well,
No, literally everybody gets freaked out. Congratulations to you, sister. Don't forget to wet the baby's head. Have a drink to celebrate. I
oh,
think he probably meant to
thanks,
send
Shane.
your, or maybe he did
I don't
send it up,
know.
and it's
Oh,
fine.
that's good that you read it though, because I suck at reading them. So thank you, Shane. Woo!
No worries. All right, so, so what? So I don't actually know that much about you. What?
I hate that. I'm just kidding. I thought you wanted me to come here.
I
What?
did. That's why I wanted you to come here. I like to. I'm a conversationalist, so I like to have good conversations. And who is Torshaa?
I
And
hate
I really
interviews.
appreciate the way you're dressed today because normally you show a little too much, and I'm like,
Titties? What are you talking about?
yeah, too much kitty.
Say it. Spit it out.
I will. Yeah, you should. It's funny
Distract
because my last co-host asked her for a picture for the thumbnail,
hmm
and she sent me one with like her boobs all hanging out, and I'm like, no, can't do that. Don't do that.
Well, you could. Just gotta be
But
careful.
somebody else could, but
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. It's clicks. But
So who is Torshaa? What have you done? Where have you been?
I told Glenn I hate interviews. They feel shallow
That's
to
why
me.
he ran away.
Huh?
That's why he ran away.
I ran away.
No, that's why he ran away. He's not in the back chat anymore. I can't yell at him.
Oh, fucking Glenn,
I like
get your ass back here. Yeah, no, I just feel like they're shallow. I thought you wanted to talk about Red Pill or
You
something.
want to talk about Red Pill?
Yeah.
I'm not Red Pill. I don't know if you knew that.
I would assume you're not if you're married and have kids. You're normal. It's great.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you believe in traditional gender roles?
To defend his name in the back chat. I'm being funny.
Sorry, what happens when you talk and I talk is that your volume gets lowered. So when I try to hear you, it already passed. That's why I keep saying what. So I didn't hear what you said.
Okay. That doesn't do it on my end. I don't know why that is on your end. That may just be the setup.
I think it's because I checked something off the other day, actually. Reduce background noise, maybe? Echo cancellation? Anybody know? I don't know. I think it's cancellation. We'll try that. Sorry. Throw the whole bitch away.
Okay. So, all right. So we won't do the entire interview thing, but give me the 5-minute synopsis. Give me the elevator pitch.
I literally talk about on stream how I hate bios when people do this. So no, I'm just a bartender that is disagreeable and likes to make people, men in particular, look stupid. I'm just kidding. I don't know. It changes every day, honestly. I used to do debate when I was in college and some parts of it in, clubs in high school or whatever. So I like to review debates. Turn it up. Okay. Turning it up. Yeah, so I bartended since I was 18 until I was like 27, maybe 26. So I was known for being really entertaining, screaming at people really fast and fun. I like to berate people. So took that, brought it over to YouTube, and here we are.
There you go.
Yeah.
Berating people's good.
They love it. What about you?
I see someone in your chat asking where I got the hat. So the Hawk Tua girl's actually local to me. And so when that all first happened, I was like, I'm gonna go find this girl.
That's not predatorial.
No, well, I knew that she was local, and Brian wanted her on whatever, and I was like, hey, if I can find her, I can get her on my podcast, and we could do a remote into whatever. But that didn't happen, and I knew exactly. I mean, like, I even know exactly where they filmed that because I've lived here my whole life.
Where is she from? Where are you from?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Okay.
Yeah. And she's actually like, I'm not going to say exactly where, but she's like within 20 miles of where my parents live.
Oh, wow.
And so I was like, I kind of knew where she was. And then I checked with some friends, people know people. And I did this, I actually, when I was driving down and all right, let me back up. I found that her merchandise was being made by a company that's really near where my parents, or where my mom lived. My stepdad passed, but so I was like, well, I'll go down and see my mom, and on the way, I'll swing by this this place because I'm actually having merchandise uh, made up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I went down. I'm like, well, this will kill two birds with one stone because I was looking at having merch made offshore or through any of the services and that kind of thing. I'm like, well, it would be cool to just have it all local, right? Like that would be. So I went down and visited the guy, got a picture with him and everything, and the guy's like, yeah, she's a local girl. I think he's known her most of her life. Her story's really cool. And we talked for a good while about it. And I'm like, hey man, when you get time, and we still have not actually set up my stuff, but I'm like, I want to buy a couple of these hats. So I bought 2 hats there that she had signed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So this is a signed. It's a
I
signed hat.
don't really get the hype with her, to be honest with you.
Well, initially, I think that most people thought that she was like a 304, like a whore, right?
Why?
And I kind of
said spit on that thing.
Yeah, because she said, well, yeah, because she said a funny thing, and she said a funny thing. It went viral, and just her personality is just that way.
Mm. Yeah, I heard she was starting a podcast called Talk to Her. Thought it was cute.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, it's on. It's here in Nashville. So, but yeah, she's she quit college to move home and take care of her family.
Mm-hmm.
She worked in a general store right down the street, and then she worked in a spring factory.
Oh, okay.
And so she's like just a normal human,
Mm-hmm.
and this is just like blown up. So, which is really actually awesome to see, and it kind of renews it's kind of interesting when I talk to people like in California or New York. They're like, "There's no way this girl's not like a complete run through, 304." No, and actually, Glenn and I called it early on that that was the way it was. So,
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, so I went down, I got it. I know Joe Mobley wants one really bad. Everybody that sees it, they're like, "Oh man, I really want that hat." So I'm like, a few people, I'm like, "I will get you a hat. I will make that happen." So it's pretty cool. And that's the whole idea behind that's the whole thing behind the hat. I wore it today just because it was in here. I can change it. I've got like 10 more. So,
yeah.
Yeah. And I've been seeing I've been seeing that Hawk Tuah girl everywhere, man. Haley Welch, that's her name. She's everywhere, man. And she seems like she's doing really well for herself. I think they said that in the like 2 or 3 months that this has been going on, she's made $1 million.
Stupid. Like, goddamn.
Right? Like,
stupid. It says where we are as a country.
Right. I mean, that's and that was the interesting thing because the thing about her is that she completely disappeared when that happened and nobody could find her. I was literally when I was at the place talking to the guy about doing my merchandise and picking up the hats and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A reporter from New York came by, reporter and a cameraman. And the guy's like, you know where we could find her? And the gentleman I was buying the hats from that knows her as a family friend said, nope. And I wouldn't tell you if I did.
So
And
weird.
she was basically like barricaded in her house and she didn't go anywhere. She had everything done. And it was, I don't know. It was just an interesting deal that she disappeared and then she got a lawyer first. She got representation after that. She was really mad. I think the thing that really brought her out, I think she was going to disappear at first. I think the thing that really brought her out was that people were making money off of her name. And specifically, there was
Did she not trademark Haktua right away?
Well, I mean, you can't really. I don't know that you could trademark that, but
Yes,
no, she did.
that's what. If anybody ever goes viral and you say some shit, you better go and trademark that.
Yeah,
Probably
maybe
something
she
like
has now, but that wasn't really what was really happening. What the thing I think that really pissed her off was, and I don't know how widely this spread, but right out of the gate after that happened, some satire newspaper ran this story that the Haktua girl was this kindergarten teacher that got fired for saying that because somebody saw it and recognized her, and she got fired from her job. And then somebody else, and maybe multiple somebodies, set up a GoFundMe or something, and was basically stealing money from people who were trying to help.
Damn.
So,
did they give the money back? They usually do.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I didn't follow it that closely. But that's one of the reasons why the first thing she did was to get a lawyer. She went after everybody that had done that, had put out hats and stuff with her image or her name or Haktua girl or anything like that. She went after the people who made the film because she had originally said for them to not publish that film.
She did?
She did, yeah. And so originally she asked them to basically take it down, and they refused. And so I don't know what standings there are, and I don't really care. It's irrelevant. But it was just the way she came out. It was just so like, I don't really want to do it. But then once she just made that decision, hey, this is what it's going to be. She like totally leaned into it.
Yeah.
And very, very tactful. I mean, obviously she has a lawyer and a brand management company that's guiding her.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's that. So what so red pill talking points are really interesting because as descriptors, I think there's nothing really wrong with them.
Mm-hmm.
But as prescriptors, and especially when you have content creators that basically turn into charlatans selling programs and things like that, I think that's where it kind of goes wrong. And actually red pill kind of more often than not, people who who come into red pill that way become first narcissist and very often nihilist after that.
Don't you think we're all kind of a little bit narcissistic if we think that we can get on a camera and make this work? I think everybody's got a little bit.
I mean, you kind of have to, right?
Well, maybe to be delusional, to think this will work out for you 1000%.
Yeah, but I don't care. Well, no. Okay, I will.
It's not a bad thing.
I'll see that. I will see that and say that perhaps most people have narcissism getting in front of a camera, but there are people like me that just don't care.
If you say that, it comes off like you do care. See how that works?
I understand that, but look at my case, right? Like I originally started several years ago. I did I had a really small channel that had maybe like 75 people that ever saw anything on it. 75 views total over like 10 or 15 videos of, well, a lot of which I took down, of me talking about building my airplane. And I didn't like it because it took too much time. It was too annoying and because I try to work really fast.
Yeah, it's hard to do that when you're doing YouTube.
And I think that with what people don't realize about like those types of channels with YouTube is they set up, they take a shot, they look at it, maybe they got it, maybe they didn't, then they got to take it back apart and then do it again, and I just couldn't do it. So I did like 10. I think I made 10 episodes. I only left up like 3 or 4 of them, and I was like, you know what, I'm done with YouTube. Like, this is dumb. I don't want to do this anymore. And then, of course, I personally got into this because peer pressure, and I didn't actually care anything. I didn't really care that much about it.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure, man.
Why?
So I was in the way that I got into this was I was in the whatever Discord chat, and occasionally I would have time to go do.
So you are in the red pill space. It's so funny.
I don't think Brian's red pill. I think he likes.
He's not. But you've mentioned things since this whole thing, calling the girl ran through and 304. Like that comes out of the red pill.
I'm using common descriptors that people would know. I have actually. I'm an old person, so I have a lot of different terms.
You're not old.
Yeah, I am.
Not in this day and age.
How old do you think I
am? 55.
I am 53. That's a good guess. Good guess. So I was hanging out in the whatever space and really just kind of
43. Wait, 53 is the new 43.
It's new 33. It's a new 33. I'm telling you.
Is it?
I'm telling you.
I'm looking forward to 30.
So I was kind of hanging out in there, and I was talking to some of the, there's some good people in there, and there's some just people that, but generically the mods there kind of weed through pretty quick. Like if you're an idiot, they get rid of you. I did the voice chat one day, and I think it was Josie was like, you really should, really like try to do a podcast because the way you talk and the way you sound and the way you explain things is really good. And I'm like, really? I don't think so. I don't think. Right. Well, yeah. And it was just peer pressure after that because I was telling a story about one of the things about racing and some of my adventures having on the race team and dealing with young men in that space. And so I'm not a debate guy. I'm not I just decided to do it. And I did the first show, and it seemed like a lot of people liked it. And then I did this, and then I waited like a month before I did the second show because I was just kind of bored with it. I didn't really care. And then it just kind of picked up steam.
Yeah.
After that. So. Yeah. And then it's so I've only actually been doing this. I've only actually technically been doing it since January, but I took like a month and a half between the first and the second video.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good amount of time. I feel like you're good at it though. I would have guessed you were doing it for like a few years, honestly.
Well, I mean, I was in motorsports, and so I've been on TV several times. And I've had to give interviews to the press before. So that part of it, I kind of been trained to do, right?
Like media stuff.
Yeah.
Training. Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice to have that. I was like, where do you go to do that? And I always thought you had to go to college, and I just don't want to spend that kind of money to go back, but that's really valuable.
I had this driver. His name was David Leslie, British guy, really, really top shelf, world champion guy. And he had been a driver for Nissan for a while, factory driver in Europe. And he basically said, we were talking about it one day because there are a lot of drivers who do not know how to deal with media, but it is one of the most important components of being a race car driver. You have to be able to talk to the media. You have to know what to do around fans. You have to, there's a lot of pieces there. where you're going to be talking to people.
Mhm.
And Nissan actually paid for him to go to a school that teaches people how to talk to the press, how to act during an interview, how to look at people, how to talk to fans, and all of that, so that he knew what to say and how to say it, so that without necessarily hurting the brand or coming off as fake either. So
Yeah.
it's really interesting. So
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
so
it's
it
really valuable for sure.
yeah, and I had the benefit of working with all of these people for years and years. So
That's why you're so good. God damn it.
yeah, well, I mean, so I owned a bunch of businesses, right? And I had to talk to people all the time, so I got really good at talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
See, I feel like I picked up bartender speak and I just swear and I'm vulgar, and so I'm like the worst when it
Very,
comes to that.
I can be very vulgar. I can be very vulgar, but when you're, and I think coaches do this a lot, right? Like when you're talking about having to go out and win something, or if you're talking to a group of, like, when I would talk to a group of young men for like my pit crew, and actually I had a female crew member for a while too. Actually, I was actually kind of infamous, if you will. One of the things that I really tried to do is I really tried to have younger, like up and coming drivers and female drivers.
Mhm.
If we could get one in a car and it
Yeah.
made sense and they were good enough. I mean, you had to be, you can't go play with giants if you're not a giant. But if they were good enough, we'd put them in the car. And we not have to go find money, or I'd have to pull some money out of my pocket to make it happen sometimes. But I had a lot of really young, really great young drivers in my cars over the years. And
I always wanted to do that. The
race, road
Mhm.
race.
Yeah. I actually have a blanket that one of my exes made for me, and has like a bunch of like motocross stuff on it, but I never did it. I live in a city now that I think there's a track, or like people out here get maybe like their bikes fixed or something. Like I've seen motocross or something, but my mom would be terrified if I.
Motocross is way different than what I did. So
Oh, well, no, I know like the cars and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know. I want to do the car stuff too, but I don't know. There was one girl that did it. The blonde girl. She was really popular. She was young. I can't think of her name. It might come to me though.
So I worked with. Sorry,
Morgan or something, maybe with an M.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have so I we did I put I'm not gonna say her name because she's changed her name and she's married now, but we had a young lady that ran the Pikes Peak Hill Climb and she did very well. But my opinion was, and to this day is that they picked a class that she would fit in, and there wasn't any other competition, so they kind of gave her a better performance than she earned. And I wanted to see if she was. No, it was real. And so
I feel like you shouldn't do that though.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. So I was like, hey, and I talked to her quite a bit about it. I'm like, do you want to see how good you really are, or how good you are not? And she's like, I will. Challenge accepted. I'm a bad. It's okay. So I had this club race driver, and this guy is club race level. Like he's never done a pro race. He probably will never do a pro race.
Okay.
He literally, like, man, he's at the sharp end of the stick of club race drivers. He is a guy that can get in a car for free sometimes, but he can't get in but he's never going to get paid to drive.
Right.
And he never quit his day job.
How old is he?
He was at that time, he was probably at 30. Probably 30. And so I put him in the car. Now understand it, my cars have data and
cool.
Position, and like I can see everything. There's no lying to me about what you're doing in the car because I can see everything you do.
Yeah, people should know this. Even in like court cases, they can go in the system and check when you opened it, when you got out and shit.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So we put him in the car the first day, and he won his race. He actually had to come from behind because he didn't actually qualify, and he ended up winning his race pretty handily. It wasn't even like, honestly, it wasn't that much of a challenge because it's a pro car with a pro team with a decent club race driver. We're going to beat the club race guys 9 times out of 10. We just are. It's just way.
Yeah.
And I had all of his data, and I sent. I'll just use her first name. It's Samantha. I sent Samantha out. She did a practice, and I was showing her, how her braking was wrong. She wasn't going to power early enough. That meant all of the things that add up to lap time. And we're talking about very small things.
But they matter, especially the braking part. That's a big deal when you do it. Yeah.
And I could show her, I'm like, are you, and I would, and this is how you do this, is when you're talking to somebody, how do you think you came through this corner? How do you come? And we do a complete mental breakdown of the track. And then I show them the data. Because a lot of times what they think is happening isn't what's happening. Somebody will say, I'm flat out. I'm foot to the floor. And I'm like, no, you're not. Half throttle. Like you can go way faster. And so, and I was able to basically overlay the data from the guy to her, show her exactly how slow she was.
Yeah.
And what, not just that she was slow, but why. And then, so between practice and the first race, she got faster. Not fast enough to win, but she got faster. And that boosted her confidence. So she got a little bit faster in the second race, and I think she was like third. And she lacked in my opinion, in my professional opinion, she lacked the ability to
be aggressive.
Yeah, it's a controlled aggression that you need in motor racing, because
can't hesitate.
You can't hesitate, and it's all about taking that chance.
The recklessness of it, like you want to be more reckless. Yeah.
It's being willing to try.
Yeah.
Right. So I had this driver, Speedy Dan Clark. He's an IndyCar driver. He came over to 10 Tops and ran one of my cars in Mid-Ohio. All through practice and qualifying, this guy is bitching and whining. I'm like, what a fucking girl. Jesus. I was literally like, I will never put this guy back in my car. All through practice, all through qualifying. Well, actually, no.
It matters how they behave.
He's fast. And so at that race at Mid-Ohio, I think 1st through 10th positions in qualifying, it was less than a second separated them, right? Tenths of a second is how even these were.
Yeah.
We were 7th on the grid. And he listened to the driver's meeting, and he understood the strategy we needed to do. And we, and I'm sitting going, man, we're hosed. But we're hosed. He's in 7th place, and this guy has whined all weekend about everything. Is just terrible, And I'm like,
I want to do it.
Well, we can't.
I live 7 hours from you.
I still own race. Well, I know people in Chicago. I'll put you in.
Really? No, I'm serious, because I'm like reckless as hell. Like I have my motorcycle license. I used to be like the Stig in the class. So whatever the teacher was telling us to do, I would be the one like doing the. But that's different. But I've always wanted to do cars because I feel like I'd be more. I don't know. I'll crash into something. I'm ready to die.
Right. So we do a standing start. So all the cars are, they're gridded up. That's where grid 1 comes from. By the way, is grid 1 pole position. It's pole position sounds like a stripper name, so grid 1 sounds way better. So we're 7th, which is outside, and so the lights go out, the green flag goes, and I'm on the radio, green, and Dan hammers it, and he goes between Lawson Aschenbach and Rob Holland. It was so tight that it folded the mirrors on the car, the side mirrors.
That's so cool.
On both sides, and it actually skinned some of the paint off of the wheels. And he went in between those two guys, and it was so interesting because I honestly thought that now he's gone too far. Like You know, he heard me calling him a candy ass. Now he's like gonna crash my car out. But he went straight through them, and he went from 7th to 1st into turn 1.
Dude,
in the space of like 300 yards, he smoked everybody right out of the gate. And
I want him to train me.
Right? Yeah, no, he's actually in Indy. He's not far from you. He's in Indy, where he was. I don't know if he still is. I'll find out.
Find him.
Yeah, he's a cool dude, and or he was. I don't know if he still is. It's been a few years, but and that's the kind of controlled aggression you need, right? Because he knew he could make it. And years later, I was at SEMA, and Rob Holland, huh?
I used to drive cars out there.
Oh yeah, yeah. So years later, I was at SEMA, and I asked Rob Holland, I'm like, do you remember this? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I remember looking over and seeing him right there, and I thought, if he thinks he can make it, I'm gonna let him try. And it was great. I mean, you think about how close you have to be to fold both mirrors on your car going between two cars. That was great.
I would probably underestimate being able to get there. So he definitely like took the chance.
Well, I mean, and keep in mind, this is a guy who was in Formula cars forever in Europe, especially. And Europe's way more contact. I loved European drivers because they are just so much more used to contact than American drivers. And so, I mean, you're getting inches away from people, and I really liked it. I enjoyed my entire career, which I think is once I retired, I just never got back into it.
Why?
Because it would not be. I don't think it would be as enjoyable now.
But you could like privately coach people, you know?
Yeah, and I have people that I still have people that'll call me for tech support. I have people that call me from the track and say, "Hey, my car is doing this. What do you think I should?"
Yeah, I always found that shit so fascinating. How they like change it all out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of. I mean, it's just a lot. It's a lot of stuff. So and I know it's really boring to most of the audience, and we're not talking about men smacking women around or any of that kind of stuff.
I don't think it's boring.
I'm not Ben Thorpe, so I can't speak to that. So, can't speak about smacking women around. But I've been I'm not. That's how I got into the podcast thing. My wife thinks it's great. She always thought I could do this. Yeah. She thought, she's like, "Oh yeah, you should totally do this. This is exactly what you should do."
I love that.
Yeah.
I love to hear that stuff. Tell me more. Yeah. I'm jaded.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tell me more.
I think that people, I think people are looking to be told what to do too much instead of just doing stuff. They want to be told that they want to be instructed, right? Like this is how you need to do that, and this is going to be the result. And I don't think that it ever really works out that way.
I know. I hope people are more bold and take more chances and don't conform. Do your own thing.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah. So again, I retired at 45.
Goals. What the fuck? What the fuck?
I retired at 45. My wife, at that time, my wife, right as I was retiring, my wife got an MBA from Berkeley.
I love that too. Keep going. I love that shit.
Well, my wife's 11 years younger than me, by the way.
Okay.
So,
that's good.
Yeah.
I feel like that was always my age difference in my relationships. Something like that.
So
but keep going.
Go okay. So, as I was like, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to do another race season. I don't want the shops. I don't want, and what really kind of, there are a few things that triggered that, but one of them is I actually had a service shop in California that lost money every month because we just couldn't keep a good manager in there. We just we couldn't find somebody that wouldn't steal us blind, just stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just constantly it just sucked. Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I'm going to lose like $8,000 a month, I'll go lose $8,000 a month on me. Like, this is terrible.
It's fair.
And so I sold everything. I graduated. It took a while to wind everything down. But wound everything down between 2014 and 2016. And so I retired, 45, I'm done. At the same time, my wife has a new career, and she's like, I have to be in New York for my career to work. I'm like, well, I'm not going to New York. I mean, there's a lot of things in this world that can happen, but I'm not living in New York City.
Yeah, I've heard it's a very career-oriented city, like hustle culture. Everybody has like 4 jobs or something like that.
Yeah,
I haven't been there, so I don't know.
It's terrible. And well, they don't like my politics. They don't like my guns. They don't like my cars. There's nothing about New York that likes me, and I don't like them either. So, but my wife's office is there. So, so we knew that she was going to have to go to New York for at least a couple of years, and then she would maybe at that time, we thought that she would stick with that company and maybe move somewhere else. I was like, okay, that's cool. We'll move back to my hometown in Tennessee because that's only a 2-hour flight.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like two and a half hours.
Awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so when she has to be in her office, she flies up. We have an apartment in Jersey City. So she flies up, she'll spend the night in the apartment, or I'll fly up with her and we'll both spend the night there, and then we'll fly back.
That's so fun.
Days later. Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah.
But you can do that when one person's retired and you're not worried about having to make that nut every month.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can, and we never actually planned for this to happen, but that was almost always going to be the evolution of how it was going to go.
Yeah. I don't know, but sometimes it seems like men don't want women to pursue like some of their goals. It's a generalization. Don't get me wrong, but it's nice to hear that.
Overall. I think that's short-sighted of the red pill.
It's not red.
Well, let's talk about that. I like this discussion because it's because I actually read history, and throughout history, women, people, a lot of people think they read history, but they only picked out the pieces they wanted to pick out. That's and people just do that normally.
You mean like in college?
Well,
like college and high school and stuff?
I did go.
No, I know.
So it's an interesting thing because what happens is people say, well, I don't want my wife to work. But what they don't realize is that traditionally women have always worked.
Right.
They just didn't work outside the home very often. And even then they did actually. You go back and watch, like even back in the 60s or 50s, you go back and watch the first Perry Mason shows, and all of the women, all of the office people are women. All of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's no male secretaries. They're all women. Which is very interesting to me. But even before that, when you look back into, and I can because my family goes back far enough to be able to understand, to have had farms in this area that, where the wife was responsible for running that farm while the husband was off doing whatever he needed. If he had to, because
I think they both worked on the farm.
Well, yes, but men, if let's say that you grew cotton here in Tennessee or corn or whatever, and you needed to sell that in Atlanta or down on the coast in Alabama,
yeah, that's where the term gentleman comes from. I know where you're going. Keep going.
So what would happen is that when you needed to sell that stuff, the husband had to load all that stuff up into a wagon or onto a train and then go with it down to the buyers wherever it was.
Yeah.
And that meant that the women folk had to stay at home and they had to run that farm. And that may not, and throughout history, that's never just meant the woman and their kids. It's almost always meant that you had hired help. You had you may have hands that needed to be managed and taken care of. You might have had a stockman that took care of your live animals or whatever. So women were always in these positions. It's just they were submissive to their men.
Yeah.
I think the other thing is the idea of a submissive woman is very weird. The way it treated very weirdly in modern society. I don't think that. I don't. I'm sorry. Just something in the chat just made me kind of want to giggle there for a second. But
Why? What?
just the show starts and Andrew Tate walks in. That's funny. That'd be hilarious. No, Andrew Tate's not going to walk. Trust me. But the and so this is why you had the large families and all of that, and that's what we all want. And I agree with that. I believe that in modern society, it's a luxury for a woman to be able to stay at home and only manage her house. Because there's no managing your house anymore. You do not have 10 kids to look after. You don't have, 5 hired hands, 5 field hands to get fed every day and taken care of. We just don't have that.
Yeah.
In my case, I firmly believe that children should be raised by men.
Yeah,
women do a terrible job of it. And
okay, I think both of them do fine.
Okay, yeah, that's why the discrepancy between children raised in single mother versus single father households is so great. With the
you know how to read stats. Don't play stupid. I know you know that's a really bad comparison. The men that they pick are the creme of the creme. They're like the men that normally, like the ones that fight for custody that get it are like mom has to have like a substance abuse disorder. So it's not very accurate.
Most men, well, I'm going to say, I don't know very many men personally
what
that have not fought for custody if they've gotten divorced. I really fought, really fought.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I understand. I can read like everybody else, and I know that there are deadbeat dads out there. I just don't have, and all of the men that I know that, and unfortunately, that's that's a larger number than I would like. People that have gotten divorced, they've all fought for custody. Now, not sole custody, but at any rate, in my case, my wife is amazing. My wife's awesome, and she's amazingly talented in a couple of specific ways that makes her very valuable to companies.
Yeah.
Last year, she was like super happy because thanks to inflation, and the fact that she now she works in New York City, she's finally made more in a year than I made in a year. Of course, I can't beat her because I'm retired.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah. But anyway, I can't beat her because I'm retired. But
you can't beat her.
I can't beat her because I'm retired. I'm retired. I can't. I'm not going to go.
Flip that. That was funny.
I can't. She'll always have that record now. There's no. I can't. But if we adjust for inflation,
then you're good. Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah. If we adjust for inflation, I'm good. But yeah, no, my wife's awesome. She works for the largest investment bank in the world.
Wow.
Or not in the world, in the U.S.
Yeah,
for sure. And
does she like it?
Yeah, she loves it. I mean, and I can't even imagine her not doing it. Like now understand that she spends maybe 2 days a week in her office. Maybe. A few meetings. She doesn't actually have to be in New York that much. It's just a company requirement now that you have to be in the office, I think, 2 days a week.
Yeah.
Which is that's fine. Who cares? But she really enjoys all of the research and all of the putting the deals together and talking to the people that she talks to and all of that. And we actually just had this really interesting thing come up. And actually maybe you can help. You will or not help, but you will identify with some of this. So one of her friends is not like her. but she is that when they're similar, but the attitudes are totally different.
What do you mean? Yeah,
Well, my wife's very driven to excel and perform, to be the best. She's the best mom she can be. She's the best wife she can be. She's the best everything. Everything she tries, she wants to do it as best she can.
like a type A? Type A? Is that
Uh,
like perfect at everything?
yeah, but without the
Annoyingness?
without the annoyingness, right?
Okay.
Like
nagging? No.
yeah, there's no nagging. Yeah, there's no nagging.
Okay.
And so this other girl is also a high performer, younger, and so she works for a and a PE, private equity
Mhm.
firm. These are massive amounts of money that they're dealing with, massive, and
Mhm.
she's been just eclipsing all the other employees.
Wow.
And she thought that she was going to be named as a manager, director, whatever. It depends on the company, what VP. I mean, it's very difficult to understand what somebody does just by their title in a company anymore. But
Yeah.
she thought she was going to get promoted, and they didn't promote her.
Mhm.
And when she asked why, she's like, "Well, I've excelled at everything. Why am I not being promoted?" And they said, "Well, we don't see you in that role. You're
Mhm.
not you're not a leader. You're not. We don't see you as a leader. We see you. You're exceptionally well at getting the work we need done.
Mhm.
And obviously, you're going to get. She's got a raise. She's got an extra. Her bonus is going to be really good. All of that.
Mhm.
The compensation package is not the issue. But she wanted that level up.
Try
But she
harder.
did it because she's not a leader.
And she doesn't deserve the role.
Right. She's not. I
Yeah.
mean, she's just not a leader. You can't outwork somebody and
Mhm.
just turn in more work and be a leader. You have to be a leader. You have to be a leader.
Yeah, you have
Because
to take risks and stuff past
right.
past
And
doing the work. Like there's more to it.
and I think, and my wife would probably tell you this, um, as much as I would. My wife, having been exposed to me and my entrepreneurial nature, and I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm still opening and closing businesses now, even though I'm technically retired.
Mhm.
I'm looking at buying an airplane company, to be honest.
You
the
could build your own.
I am building my own. There's airplane on the other side of that wall. This
That's
is
so cool.
I'm sitting in. Huh?
That's so cool.
Oh yeah, this is literally what I call the airplane shed.
Oh my god.
My house is over there, and then I'm in the airplane shed.
I wanna fly the Blackbird.
Good luck.
Goals. They're
Doesn't everybody?
fast. They
Doesn't
look so
everybody want
cool.
to do it? Doesn't
I
everybody want
might
to do
they look so cool. I have a book actually on airplanes,
it?
and
Yeah,
it's on the cover of it. Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So my wife, because of her exposure to me and watching me work with employees for the last 20 years,
Mhm.
she's a great leader. And men will follow her because she's able to lead without coming off as a bitch.
What does
Like,
that look like?
I don't know. I never see her. I never see her at her job. I don't know what that looks like. But
I
she's
don't
reported to me that everyone, people have no problem following her direction. Everyone, even the other men love to work with her
How do you
in her
know?
office. Well, because she's continuously getting promoted.
Oh, okay, sorry. I wasn't picking up. I didn't
Yeah.
understand. Sorry.
And that's the difference, is that, it's just one of those things.
Mhm.
So,
So the friend is mad about it?
well, she's sad. I don't know if
So?
she's still sad about
Fuck
it.
your
She
feelings. You know?
Right? That's what I said. That was my first thing that I said. I was like, why is she mad? She's not good. She's not a good leader. And every time she tries to lead a project, she comes off as a raving bitch. So
Yeah.
why would anybody want to help you? Why would anybody want to work with you? Right?
Maybe she's conflating being a bitch with like being a bitch or assertive in a woman can come off bitchy, obviously, but like when men are in leadership roles, are they a bitch to you? No. No, they inspire you. So maybe she's just getting confused on
Well,
what
I don't really think that I don't really think that most men are good leaders
Why?
because they've never been taught to be. They don't understand it. They think they know, but they don't necessarily know. I'm saying most. I'm not by far most of the good leaders I know are men.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Most men, most
But
of the men
most
I
men are not good leaders.
Mm.
The two are not mutually exclusive. The two are pretty.
I don't know. There's some traits that men are born with biologically that I think make for good leaders. So just inherently,
Mm,
women, I think we have to do things that go against.
well, now that's true. That's
So
true.
it doesn't come so
It does
easily.
not come naturally. You have to be exposed to good leadership for a very. My personal opinion is that good men, good leaders in men are they're born with those traits to some degree, and
Mhm.
and they're just refining them.
True.
Women are not born with those traits; they have to develop them and then refine them.
Yeah,
That's
so
why
then who do you wanna get behind in, like, a dire situation? Probably a man because 'cause he's been
right,
doing
right.
it longer, yeah.
And it's one of those things where so if I'm going to hire somebody, I know that I can get the average man up into at least a reasonably qualified leader faster than I can get a female. Right?
Challenge accepted. Sorry, keep going.
All right.
I'm so competitive, so I just hear shit like that, and I'm like, I wanna
Right. Yeah,
try.
and there's some women
I'm
there's
not
some
a good leader, though, for sure.
yeah.
Not a good leader.
I think actual decisiveness is the biggest holdback. Like being able to decide this is what we're going to do and we're going to make it happen.
See, I
Is the
feel like my issue, not to make it about me, but it's like when
I'll make it
like
about you.
I make it the wrong decision. I'll make it quickly, but I make it wrong more often than I make it right. So it's like although I have speed, there's that level of competency that I don't meet the threshold.
Mm. That's interesting. That's an interesting observation. One of the things that I've always thought, and one of the things I say is that um, men seem like they make quick decisions, but they've actually been thinking about it a long time.
So that's what you guys are thinking about when we ask you what's on your mind. I'm just kidding.
Probably. I don't know.
Like they're like nothing. I'm like, no, what's on your mind? It's that. I'm kidding.
My wife gives me crap all the time because I'll just walk into a store, buy exactly what I want, and walk out. Like I don't even look at anything else. I don't care about anything else.
I like to research it.
Right. And she's like, you just she's like, didn't you even think about it? And I'm like, I've been thinking about this for 6 months. This purchase is planned. This is
You guys
something
make
I've
it look
studied it.
so
It just looks like I made. It's just today happens to be the day.
you guys make it look so easy. You make it look like you never thought about it.
Yeah. I know.
Goals. I wonder what it's like to get out of the car, walk in a store, and come out. Can't relate. I can't. I am
You've got a
always.
super cat on your side.
I read a lot, so I'm like constantly.
That's funny.
Yeah. Hi, MGTOW. Woo.
That is funny. So that's I mean, I guess that's a little bit about me, and what's on my mind. What about you? What's on your mind?
I'm gonna have to get out of here in a little bit because I take care of my mom, and I can hear her singing in the kitchen. She has dementia, so.
Oh, really? That's awesome. That's awesome of you. I actually have to go pick my son up from the.
Where is he at?
My son goes to my oldest son goes to a private school that actually it's an hour away. And they has to ride a bus from another town back to our town.
I hope if I ever have kids, I'll be able to say that. That's so awesome. Good for you. I think about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like
I
going
think
to private school and stuff. Like everybody I know who went to private school did really well in life.
Well, we tried public school and it sucked.
Yeah.
And then we ended up putting him in Christian school, and that was
Yeah.
he needed that structure. He needed that
Smaller
routine, small
sorry.
classes. A lot of the really based, start with a chapel every morning. There's a lot of really good stuff there, and so it really helped him out, because before that he was just like, he wasn't terrible, but he wasn't the best guy he could be. And now we actually had a conversation with him the other day that probably a couple of months ago, back at the beginning of the summer. I realized all of a sudden that he's like 6 foot tall. He's 14 years old. He's 6 foot tall, 180 pounds.
He's gonna have it easy in life. What the fuck?
Hang on. Let me. I don't know if I still have it. I don't have it handy, but
hide your kids. I'm just kidding.
My son wears a suit and tie to school every day.
Oh, because it's private school, don't they? Have
Yeah, he just does it because he has this like style where he's a legit Chad. Like he is. We went to the dentist yesterday, and the girls, like literally all the workers at the dentist came out to see him, because he was in his slacks, suit, vest, the whole deal, and
it changes how people treat you. It's a good thing for men to like dress up.
Where he has a pocket watch. He wears a pocket watch.
I don't know what that is. Oh, like
on a chain.
Whoa.
Chain.
Fancy. It's like dapper.
Yeah, he doesn't wear he wears shoes you have to shine every day. And he does this by choice. Understand? I have to pull him back. I have to be like, no, dude, wear a polo today.
Yeah.
And I love that. And so it's an interesting thing, because he has like this whole 1940s gangster style.
I love that.
That he just loves, like he's got it. Like he literally wears a Stetson fedora every day.
Nice.
Not kidding. So, and again, he's super tall. He's 180 pounds now. And I'm like, dude, you have to act like a man. I mean, you can't act like a 14-year-old anymore. You have to act like a man, because literally everyone that looks at you is going to treat you like a man, because you're man-sized. If you hit someone, it's going to really hurt them. you better, like, you really have to understand. Because I went through that when I was always the small kid in class until I wasn't.
Yeah.
I went through that same kind of thing.
Boys have it so hard.
Yeah. I don't know if they have it hard, but
Yeah, being 14 and all right. Like, no. Oh my God, if I was a mother to a son, I'd be like, no, don't do that.
And my youngest son is 4 years old. I have a 10-year spacing. So the 4-year-old is hilarious. He just is too funny. So
gonna be a comedian. Calling it now.
They were both really funny. My oldest is full on teenager right now. He doesn't, he doesn't want to talk to dad and mom anymore.
It's a hard age. It's a hard age. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But Torshaa, I am going to have to go pick up the youngsters, and it was great talking to you. I'd love to do it again on my evening show. Which is 8:00 tonight and tomorrow night and Wednesday nights. So you can just anytime you want to, you can hit me up. Pop in. Well, give me a little hits.
Okay.
Yeah, for the most part, like Saturday night, I'm going to do it. As a matter of fact, Joe Mobley, if you're still in the chat, I would love to have you come by on Saturday night for the chill stream that we do, and we'll just banter about. We'll have a great time. Torshaa, you're welcome as well to come by and just chat about whatever you want to chat about.
Sounds good. Thank you for having me on. It was a pleasure.
It doesn't matter if you slide into my DMs or not, because I probably won't answer you if I don't.
Okay, noted.
I do actually believe in yourself. No, I don't. I don't actually reach. I think it's a personal thing. Maybe I'm just a little warped this way. I don't talk to women. I don't have female friends. I don't.
You shouldn't. You're married. You shouldn't.
Married. Exactly.
Yeah. Pay attention, men. This is how you should act.
Yeah.
Well, have a good rest of your day.
I absolutely will. You have a great day as well. And I hope that hope this was great for you. I mean, it was fun for me. It was a great time.
Yeah, it
Um,
was fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't actually often get to talk about silly stuff like this very often.
Silly stuff.
I'm being funny. I can be funny.
Wasn't funny. We can vote now, you know. You don't get it. Bye.
I do.
All we do is talk about silly things. Okay, I'm out of here.
Go away, Torshaa. Get off my lawn. Get
Okay,
off my lawn.
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
All right, guys, I am going to shut it down. Thank you for hanging out and being part of the show. Sorry I didn't pay any attention to the chat. If you had stuff that you wanted me to ask or talk about, I absolutely wasn't looking. We'll talk later. I will be back on at 8:05 as normal. But for now, I've got to go do dad stuff. So you guys have a great time. Andrew is live. Let me go there. Are you guys are you entertained? Are you not entertained? I thought it was very good. So let me I was very entertained, actually. This was great. I enjoyed, Torshaa is very easy to talk to, and it was actually very pleasant. Not unpleasant at all. Yo. So, all right, guys. I'm going to redirect you guys over to Andrew. You guys have a great time, and I will see you all later.